Getting you all set up here. Let me know when you can hear me. There's a couple different things we're going to do today, and I'm so excited about it. One is we're going to be hand sewing this lace down together. If you attended the live stream on Monday, you'll know what I'm talking about. The other is we're going to do a little, well, I would say it's an unboxing. It's really an unpackaging. Somebody sent me that dress. So let me just get things set up here for you. See. I don't know why the screen just went black. Oh gosh. There we go. I'm so sorry, guys. We're having some technical issues getting started, and I feel bad because so many of you have shown up right on time today. So I'm just going to get you on the tripod. Here comes your little earthquake. Can you hear me okay? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay or not. All right, let's see. Oh, nice. Vanessa sewing lace right along with me today. Small bust adjustment on a naked gown. All right, here we go. Let me get you lowered down just a little bit. I always like to kind of show the area just to give you some context of what we're doing, but then I want to have it up on a tripod. So that's why we always have this little settling in that we must do. All right, let's do the unboxing first. What do you think? So, oh, hi, I'm Julia. I'm sewing beading on a wedding gown. Nice to meet you, Julia. Cool beans. Somebody, I'm not sure who it is. I'd have to look up the email. I'm not super familiar with her, but she found me online and she said she wanted to send me a vintage wedding dress. So I've opened it and I've taped over all the personal identifying information. And let's see what it looks like. Here we go. I'm so excited. I love vintage, guys. Oh, there's a letter. Okay, this is a true unboxing. So I tell you guys, like, if I've already opened something and have looked and I'm just unboxing for you, or if it's for me, this is like for real. I didn't know this was in here. So I'm going to open it and glance at it real quick to see if it's something that we can put online or not. Let's see. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, let me cover her name because I didn't talk about this, so I want to keep her private. But if you're on the call, whoever sent this, please tell me. Dear Bridal Sewing, finally mailing you the wedding dress I promised you. Sorry it's so late. Life happens. Hope it's a fun project for you. If anyone happens to buy or wear it or however it's used, I would love to hear what happened to it. Blessings on you and your business. And then she signed it with a little heart. P.S. This is something that made me think of you. If this verse reference doesn't register with you, you can just dismiss it. Well, Proverbs 31, let's hope it registers with me, right? That's goals, right? How very kind and sweet of her. That is so sweet. All right, guys, let's see. I know, Lori, it's so cool. Yes, virtuous woman. May we all be. Oh, guys, it's that luscious fabric. Oh, nice. I'd have to test it. This kind of fabric we would see a lot in vintage gowns, and it's really hard to tell without testing it if it's like real silk or if it's a synthetic blend, because they really nailed some consistency in the fabric finishes back in that era with this style, with this kind of fabric. Ooh, I get to clean it. Look, guys, there's some lipstick on it. And okay, this is so interesting. This is so interesting for those of you who have taken my cleaning and boxing course. You'll know all this yellow here. See how it's like more yellow here than here? And see how it's degrading here compared to here? This lets me know that, yes, this could be perspiration, but most people don't perspire on the top of shoulder. It's more the underarm that we would see it. This is likely hair and makeup. This is likely like hair oil, hairspray, makeup, whatever, that caused that to happen there. So there's some stains here. And the armpits are really in very good shape. That makes me wonder if they did just kind of wash it after it was worn, a very simple wash. But here we are again at the neck and some spots. We're definitely going to clean it. It definitely has like that vinegar smell. Okay, so it does have the metal back buttons, which a lot of times if they get wet, they instantly rust. So I would remove the buttons before I clean the gown. And also it's that it's got the canvas shank or tufted back, whatever you prefer to call it. It's like a little piece of canvas that you sew through on these. And a lot of times that dry rots. And if you were to actually try to use these buttons, they would start popping off. So for a couple of reasons, I would remove all of those before I cleaned it. Very cute. She's got bows. And I'm not sure, guys, this lady emailed me a while back. I don't know. I feel like it's been probably a month. So I've forgotten the story of this, like if it's a relative or what the story is. So, but so generous of her. Wow, it's got a nice long train. That's the train there. So this is where the front hem starts, and all of this is train. Ooh, how exciting. Got to get some of those food stains off of there. Oh, what a fun thing, though. What a fun project. And so very generous and kind of her. So, yeah, thank you to the person who sent me that. I'm going to set it aside and definitely clean it. And I'll show you guys on another live stream kind of how things go with that. So that's exciting. All right, let's come forward here. And I'm also going to set up my other phone. All right, I'm going to come down like this so we can focus here and do our hand stitching together. And this other phone set up so I can see what's going on in the chat and we can chat together. Today's a rainy day here. Is it raining where you guys are? I love sewing on a rainy day. So let's see here. Trying to get you pulled up. Here we go. Yes, this is a must. All right, so I'm going to set that there so I can see the chat. And here's our sewing. So this means if you watch the video, it was a live stream that I did on Monday. If you watch that and follow along, and then if you watch this, you will see the whole process of this small bust adjustment with this lace overlay. So, oh, nice. Lori's got puffy white clouds and sunny. Okay. Well, I hope that's not like preventing you from sewing. I hope you're not like wanting to be out there with those puffy white clouds. So I'm going to be sewing with this needle. It's a nice long one. This is more of a millinery needle because it's so thin and long, and I've bent it, and that's what's going to allow this to come up real easy. And using the thinner needle than what I usually use, if you guys remember A lot of times I use these big, heavy size 1 needles. With using a thinner one, it's going to go through those thicker bits of lace a little bit more easily. Let's see here. I'm finding my thread. This is the thread I'm going to use. Change this out. Gutermann Scala 360. It's polyester. U81. That's the one I'm going to use. It's so thin. See how thin that is? Nice. Let me know where you are at right now. I'd love to hear where you're at. I would love to hear what you're working on. And let me know if you're sewing along with me or if you're doing something else. Don't forget, we're doing a vertical live stream, Sew with me, at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, now until at least the end of the year. There's a couple of days that I've got to do it at noon instead of 1, but I schedule them ahead of time. So you can put down 1 in your calendar and then just double check when I schedule it to see what time. So I'm going to start up here, kind of at the top of the taper. And any bumpiness right here, I feel like is going to be resolved with ironing. There's nothing of any kind of force that's causing a bump. So I pulled a knot through, like my thread is doubled over, and then I'm putting the needle through the thread. How did that come undone? Oh, guys, my eyes are tired. This is not good. Okay, my knot didn't knot both of them. All right, so we got like this. Let me do this again. I want to tell you about the vertical live streaming and why I'm doing it, okay? In terms of how it serves you guys, man, oh man, I just feel like producing videos takes so much time, and I'm just not getting as much content out as I would like to because I get in the weeds of like filming and, you know, like scripting, filming, editing, all that, uploading. And things have just been moving a little bit more slowly than I want. And as you guys know, with my channel, with my long forms that I've been uploading, that's the longer videos that are like this way. They're not the vertical shorts, they're this way. We call those long forms. With those, I'm into a lot more of like the storytelling aspect, and I'm filming them like in 4K, so you can watch them on a larger screen if you want. And I just wanted to fill in the gap with something that would be mobile friendly, so you guys can more easily watch it on your phone for even longer periods of time if you want. I'm still doing my shorts. I'm still doing my long form. But these are just a lot longer and there's no editing. And also, this kind of brings in all that technical sewing that I know some of you have been missing. So that's why I'm doing this. Let me know in the comments if you're excited about it. I am. I feel like it's really filled a gap. And then, guys, I've got all kinds of stuff planned for you. As you know, I'm constantly thinking about what I can do for you guys in the sewing community. So I'm also going to be doing some unboxings on here, some shopping, because particularly I feel like it's even more important now with Joann's closing and people having to shift to almost exclusive online shopping in some areas for their sewing supplies. I feel like that's really important as well. So I'm going to be heating up my credit card and buying things so you don't have to, and reviewing them for you guys and letting you see them. And I may do some long forms with that as well, of course, but I definitely want to include kind of an element of that with the vertical live streams. So let me know if you're excited about that as well. They're going to be very honest, transparent reviews and reactions. You know, there's no other way for me. I just can't do this like fake salesy thing. So don't be afraid that this channel is going to become salesy. It will not. We will never be focused on sales at all cost. Nope. I'm going to tell you what it's really like. So that's that. All right. So I did a little knot with that, and I'm going to start a new thread. We talked about this last week, I think, or maybe it was with my membership. I don't remember, but I'm going to keep a longer tail on this knot. I think it was a vertical live stream, guys. And then I'm going to stitch right near where this last one ended. Do the same thing. I'm going to lock this here. Do. Nice. Okay. Add one more stitch here. This knot, guys, is going to be, it will see you through Armageddon. All right. So I've got my new thread ready to go. I've got that long tail, and then I've got the leftover tail from the previous run. And I'm going to just do a square knot like several times. That way both of these are knotted before this knot. All right. Then I cut that off. And let's keep going. So let me know if you're excited about my new programming. I am. So I'm in the middle of a short series. I don't know if you guys saw. I shouldn't say I'm in the middle. I'm in the very beginning. I've only done the first upload. Hopefully I'll do the second upload this afternoon. But my short series of 50 gowns in 50 days. I'm making hospital gowns for the children of St. Jude. It's my sewing spinoff for the Ryan and Haley series. Ryan Trahan just did of 50 states in 50 days. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, doing 50 gowns in 50 days. That's my short series. And then I think I told you guys, I've got a video coming up that has 3 of my most memorable stories of brides from last year. And this one, I actually show my brides and the process. They all signed off on it. All this was filmed last year. Filmed in my front room of my shop. Some of it was filmed in my cutting room, but yeah, filmed in the front room. So that's exciting. Be looking out for that. I have another bra repair video coming up. There's another very common, that thread just broke. Whew. These sequins are sharp, guys, because this thread is usually kind of strong. It should not have broken when I have this much left to go on it. But yeah, a bra repair. I've got all kinds of stuff going on here. So hopefully this channel will be really picking up. Nice. Let's see, I'm going to read through the comments real quick while I'm threading this. Victoria just finished rebeading a bodice. Terry says, hi. Terry, I hope you're recovering okay, honey. Vanessa says, love the vertical live stream format. Love the technical content. Good. Uh-oh, what just happened? Okay. I lost it. Why is the chat not scrolling? I don't know. The chat isn't scrolling for me. You guys still seeing everything okay? All right, we're doing another knot. Yeah. Oh, and then Vanessa says she loves the product reviews. Good. I love doing product reviews, and you can tell I'm having fun. Now, I did one, I think it was last summer, that I was so excited about because, you know, sewing instruction can be so dry, which I've made it a point to try to not make my sewing instruction dry, but it is what it is, right? It can get a little granular. And I did a product review video last year, and I think the number one new keyword that showed up in my comments for that video was fun. So I was happy about that. Let's see here. All right, so we've got our knots. I really have to knot this one because, remember, I didn't get to knot it before the thread broke. All right, there we go. I left that tail a little bit longer. It can hide behind this flower. Now we're gonna hope these sequins don't cut this thread anymore. There. Vanessa, we've never met in real life, have we? I don't think we have. And we need to. This is getting ridiculous. Girls trip. We need to meet in real life. I need to talk to Nadine from Secrets of a Bridal Seamstress. You know, she has a membership as well. Her membership's a little bit more like business and sewing lifestyle focused, I think. My membership is based on like gown transformations. Just kind of having fun with sewing, not being quite so serious with it. So we have a completely different type of membership, but I need to see when is her next retreat. Wouldn't that be cool if we did like a double retreat and we did Bridal Sewing Cottage, BST Besties was there, and then also the Secrets of a Bridal Seamstress people. And I know there's some overlap. Lori, you're in both. Because I met Lori at the it was the January retreat in Charleston, South Carolina. I keynoted there, and I did a sleeves segment. That was fun. We played around with sleeves in real time and got to look at some designers and designing sleeves on the bias to resolve the issue of, you know, brides want the sleeves to be tight, like, I'm sorry, form-fitting. They don't want them baggy, but they also need to be able to have range of motion. So we resolved that issue with bias work. So we talked about that and kind of history of design and whatnot. So here we go. We're getting down into the tapering zone. Taper. If any of you have questions, please ask them. I would love to help. And hopefully, you know what? I need to see if YouTube will let me edit a live stream after it happens. We had such a bumpy start, didn't we? I need to cut off the first 5 minutes of this live stream. It was not my best work. We had technical issues. All right. Yay. We're at the end of this. Today for my short, I'm going to make a hospital gown for a teenage young man, a young master. Make a hospital gown there because it was such a good comment somebody left. The first gown that I made was for a little girl, and somebody said they were at St. Jude. Of course, they weren't complaining. They did not have that attitude at all. I don't want that to come through, but they were at St. Jude as a teenager, and they found that so many people wanted to donate things for little kids. And they kind of, you know, obviously they were there for medical care. They weren't there for entertainment. But they did feel like a little overlooked or a little like, you know, because I'm not the cute little puppy, in the pet store, nobody wants to buy me. It was kind of that feeling like, oh, that everybody's interested in the cute little baby children and nobody cares about the teenagers. So please think about them when you give. And I just thought that was such a good comment, which I had planned on that. I was going to do a bunch of different size ranges, right? I feel like that's important. So I had planned on that. But after that comment, I was like, you know what? I need to move it up in my programming and just make sure that the second gown that I make is, as far as for the shorts that I publish, I need to make sure that it is for a teenager, and I felt like I needed to make sure it was for a young guy. So that's what we're doing. All right, so you saw how I locked that, right? And then for those of you who were on here Monday, you remember I was saying, because of doing this small bust adjustment here, this is going to be okay. I'm going to tack this probably here. And let's see. I need to cut this down. That's what I'm going to do. And this is how I do it. I'm going to kind of look at this shape right here. And we're going to come over like this, and I want the apex to move over just a little bit. I'm going to keep this because this is going to be my template for the other side. There. That's so much better. Yeah, right there. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Lori. Nadine hasn't posted the 2026 schedule yet. Oh my goodness. I didn't look at this. I didn't cut my thread over here when I knotted it. How funny is that? I'm over here talking and carrying on. But yeah, I need to DM her and see what she's thinking and when and all that. We have talked about another topic that I would love to talk about. So she actually picked my topic for January, the sleeves. I do love talking about sleeves, and I feel like it was very necessary, and I really haven't done very many videos about them. But I wouldn't have chosen that topic myself to teach because we got into custom pattern making. Now, can I do custom pattern making? Yes, I can. I've done it for years. But I never took like a traditional pattern making class at like a university or a trade school. So I just feel like there's so many people that are like technically more knowledgeable than I am, that it would have been better suited, you know, for them. I just kind of, I don't know. I didn't have imposter syndrome. Don't take it like that. It wasn't that far, but I just feel like it wasn't in my wheelhouse as far as things that I feel the most qualified to teach on. So because of that, that's not the topic I would have chose for myself. That being said, I was still very comfortable teaching it. I was comfortable going. I was very excited about being there. I was so excited about meeting you guys. So like no regrets, zero regrets. And I was so excited about sharing the pattern making books with you guys. I have them right up here. I can go get them and show you. Okay, look at how this tension is running through here. I've got this pulling back a little tight. See that? It's actually going to work in her favor to kind of have this pulling in. I feel like. If it doesn't and it buckles, we'll remark it on her. But I'm really happy about that for now. So I'm going to pin. Actually, no. I was going to say I'm going to pin this on for my girls to do. They're coming tomorrow. But actually, no. It's going to be easier if I just take a second and cut it myself. And then I can throw this away. And they won't even be the wiser, right? Okay, so this is how I make sure to match. Take the piece I cut off of there and I set it here. And here we go. Yay. Got a good match. All right, so I still have to do my sewing here, and they can do the hand sewing. Let me show you these books. Let's see. Lori saying we had so much snowy fun. That's what was crazy, guys. We were there. It was supposed to be like this tropical deal. They got like palm trees and everything, right? We were there, and they had this record-breaking ice storm. It was crazy. Let's see. Lori, you did great. It made me finally get it. I had that book, but after you explained, I've used it many times since. Lori! Oh my goodness. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. That was so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. That makes me feel good. That's what I like, is to bring stuff alive. So let me show you guys the book that we're talking about. Okay, this is the book that they got. Don McCunn. This man that wrote this book is still alive and well, and he still sells them. And so I told Nadine, I was like, when I said I would like for everybody to get this is what really like unlocked my brain for pattern making. This is what I went by when I was learning. And I still use this book to this day. It is a treasure. It's so simple. It's not complicated, is it, Lori? It's like, oh my goodness, it's incredible. Do any of you guys else in this call, do any of you have this book, or have you heard of him? He's got a whole series. There's also one for undergarments and stuff too. But I told Nadine, I said, just email him and see about getting the books. And he like boxed them up himself and mailed them to her, gave you guys a discount. It was incredible. So here is my copy. Don sent me this a couple years ago when I did a video, my sleeve making video. I highlighted him. And he sent me his newer edition, which was so kind of him, plus the other book. But this is my original book. I wish I had written the year in it when I first started using it, but look at how yellow it is compared to the other. Okay, so there's that. And this is like, this is the old teacher in me, go through and make copies of different parts and put them together into a packet for like measuring and stuff. He's got measuring charts in there and like how to measure. And then look at this. These notes, they're just like worn out. And that was the thing too, when I was talking at the retreat, I don't think I had my old book. Yeah, I didn't. I just had the books that Nadine had. And so it was a new edition, and I'm like, where is everything? Because, you know, I have my own little notes. You know how we do. We customize things. So, yeah, this right here, this page itself is worth the whole expense of the book. It's like how to make your sleeve patterns and how to adjust them. Guys, I'm going to see if there's a way. I can't do it right now, but when we get off the call here in a few minutes, oh, this is how you can change the design of them. Isn't that cool? And his illustrations are so simple. I'm going to see if there's a way to link to it. So anybody that's watching the replay, look down in the pinned comment and see if I have it pinned, or you can get this book because it's so cool. Love it so much. He's the OG. OG pattern maker. Love that book. All right, guys, drop a question in the chat if you have a question for me. I'm just going to read your questions really, really quick, and then I'm going to hop off. Okay, oh, Vanessa's saying it's on Amazon. It's $21.57 on Amazon. Cool beans. Thank you so much. Let's see. Any questions? All right, guys. Well, I hope you all have a beautiful day. It was nice spending this little sewing time with you. We got in 35 minutes today. So, got that hand sewing done on this side. Now all that's left is to press it. Have a beautiful rest of the week. I will see you on Friday at 1 o'clock. Take care. Bye.